Hi guys, this is VanHart from Game Bonkers, and today we're going to continue with our journey in Bastion, part 4. Let's go and continue to find some shards.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaign.
Point Lemaign. Let's kick ass!
If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Holy shit!
Pick up where they left off.
Oh shit, crap. Oh, is this a rifle?
Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaign seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaign, not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
Oh, so that's how you use that gun.
Grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Not much wiggle room.
What?
Near the rail. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War. It was right here that Zulf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into Swampweed Central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered armored carbine? While choking on swampweed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye?
None.
Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. It's the end of the line. He'll be picking swampweed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf.
New character.
Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham! When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
Yeah.
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
Ah, the bull still works.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, take a love letter.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
What? Zulf?
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. Live wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. That's the way to make every shot count.
Alright, let's go for the next shard.
The shards are getting harder to find.
I might do those armory enchants weapons in the next time, but I'll just
Not
mainly
everything
focus
blew
on the
up in
job,
calamity.
on their story first.
Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. Best to keep out of the cauldron. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
Flamethrower.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction.
Yeah, kind of enjoying it.
can't fault our people for their natural curiosity now, can you? Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing.
Shit, man.
The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity.
Yes, the shard.
We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog.
Damn it.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
Yeah. I love this narrator, man.
Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare. Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though.
Yeah, man.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. At least it won't get cold round here with that thing around. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
Woohoo, we got 2 pets now. Three.
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. He wolfs down too much too fast,
shit.
and it all goes to his head.
Not again, another challenge.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
In another dreamland. Cool. Cool. The sounds.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once.
Nice background music again.
Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees
We're gonna get
came
this
to the city
with one
had to
try.
stay for
Let's
life.
do this.
It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Her mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father.
Oh, it's telling the background.
Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
damn it.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him. The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that
Shit, I'm gonna die
native
of something.
language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. Lost my train
Oh my
of thought.
gosh.
It was then that she decided to escape, The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Build that city on a hill. Come build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and strong, 'cause we'll be plenty for too long. Come build that wall up to the sky. Come build that wall up to the sky.
Her plan almost succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls.
Build that wall until it's done. Build that wall until it's done. But now
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using it to sell secrets to the Tassel terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free.
I see.
Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
that wall is gonna fall. Come build that city on a hill. Come build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Come build that wall up to the sky. Don't build that wall up to the sky. Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall up to the sky.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand. The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all
I
around
need
her.
potion. I'm done.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it. We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zand. Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. It's a delicate situation. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean. Besides, we have to take back what's ours. Even if the beasts of the wilds won't like it. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's game, not just ours. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square. That's the way. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. The monument's getting better. Zulf sure did a number on it, though. We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective.
Cool. It changes the background music.
The culture. A still life of old unwanted keepsakes. The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive. The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own. That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression. Black rye's like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories. Well, if you can't burn it, you can always blow it to Mother on high, right?
Alright, I have to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more Bastions in the next stream. Thank you.